The Fulton County Board had a meeting about the video of the ballot counting that is very suspicious when you pull them out from underneath the table and nobody gets to count them or see where they're from. All kinds of nefarious activities.
As an elected official speaking in her official capacity?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Would you announce that person, please?
Commissioner Liz Hausman.
Commissioner Hausman, welcome.
Looks like.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, members of the Board of Elections and Registrations. As both a former member of this board and a Fulton County Commissioner, I recognize the hard work you do, the importance of this work, and I thank you for it. I know you take it very seriously. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you today. This is the first time I have addressed this body, saving my comments and inquiries for Director Barron during the updates he provides at our Board of Commissioner meetings. As you may be aware, I have continually pressed Director Barron on the department's process in conducting the vote, counting the votes.
I always find it really weird how when speaking to your fellow board members, you're literally reading from a prepared speech. And you can tell, you know what it sounds like when someone is reading versus someone who's actually having a conversation with you. Now, it is normal to sit there and have, in conversations with people, a list of points to make. That's normal. Hey, everybody. I'm so glad we're here together. These are the list of points I want to make. Blah, 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 blah. Just normal conversation. But to literally write out, I am thankful that you have joined me today. As far as social dynamics, for cohesion and being able to get things done, that is not healthy. This person is literally treating her fellow board members, commissioners, whatever you want to call them, as if they are Q public. Can't trust them, can't have a real conversation with them, and have to campaign to your peers for everything. Right there tells you it's broken.
Elections Director Barron.
Yes, first, good morning. I'd like to address this video yesterday because, and I'm just told too that Gabe, we've talked to the Secretary of State investigators about the video. We had talked to him about things that happened that evening already as well.
Excuse me, Mr. Barron, I need to interrupt and say, is the video you're referring to the one that Ms. Commissioner Hausman referred to?
Yes.
Okay.
And so and Gabe Sterling just, sent out something saying that they had looked through the video that was purporting to show fraud, and they watched it in its entirety, and that normal ballot processing took place on it. And that's what I want to address. I'll just address the timeline of that evening. The staff at State Farm that evening was.
So as we watch, this guy is bouncing around everywhere, and it looks as if he actually may be standing and not sitting because of how much bounce, because we're not seeing the spine curve in. It looks like it's a straight spine, so the bouncing would have to come from the legs. Constantly looking around, touching himself. Now, in an environment that he's in, and we're going to assume it's home. Home is a very secure environment. Most people are very comfortable in their own home. They are the lords of their mansions, so to speak. So to see this much stress in an environment that you control isn't normal. Something already smells fishy.
They began letting certain people go. No announcement was ever made to leave.
And you could tell by the movement in his shoulders that he has crossed his arms. And I'm not sure if this video is flipped or not, but at this point, it looks like he's accessing constructive. So he's constructing everything that he's saying. So we're going to just kind of ignore that. We'll just go with the body and leave the brain alone. Right now, the body says, I'm hiding. I'm stressed.
For anyone to leave, certain staff.
You see a little movement there. He's got his neck back. He still has his arms tight to himself. This screams, I'm hiding something.
That were on the cutting stations, that were on the flattening stations, that were extracting from the inner envelopes. Those staff left, as work completed. I found out sometime, I think a little after 10:30, that they were going to cease operations.
So you see a lot of movement there in the face and in the eyeballs. I found out, I think. You see all that movement in the face. That's portrayal. And if he's being this way just on a timeline, it's like, well, I don't think you found out then. I think he knows more than what he's saying. And I personally think that these individuals love the excuse of plausible deniability, and they look for every angle to use it.
I told them not to do that. So when
I also said that I told him not to do that. He's also having a really hard time of looking at his screen. Now, most of you who've been in Zoom calls or any kind of online communication between people where there's a camera involved, there's always a camera of you looking right back at you. And for those of you who have signed up to the tutorial, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say there's a mirror effect. And I'm starting to think that's exactly what we're seeing. He can't look at himself.
Ralph arrived, he told them they had to keep going. At about 11:15, they were fully scanning again. And once they were scanning, Carter Jones, the state election board monitor, he arrived at, he believed he told me it was either 11:42 or 11:52 that he arrived. There was media in the room, and one of the external affairs representative was there until approximately 11:15. A state secretary.
So as we go over this, and that we still see dancing, I don't mean dancing in the sense that his body sings with him. I'm talking about that stress movement. Can't sit still to save his life. He's looking everywhere and nowhere in the comfort of his own home. He's not actually spending any time in those brain searches. He's not accessing any appropriate areas for these brain searches. It appears that we are being told a story, and it's not a very good bedtime story. It's a horror flick. Now, as much as I enjoy sniffing out liars, that's about all I like, because sitting here being lied to for the hour that we're about to have is not my forte. Go ahead and feel free to watch this snake. I'm signing out.
If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers, where Mandy teaches more about her techniques of deception detection. There's also other content such as the Crime series and Interesting Minds series available to both Gold and Silver subscribers. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel on Library to watch even more free videos.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.